Hey everybody, and welcome back to another show. Here today we're going to go ahead and play the new Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood content. It dropped earlier this morning. I have not had time to play it. You know, any of you who watch me, I work night shift. So this is my morning time, and I figure I'd start my day off by taking a look to see what the new Blackwood content has to offer us. In Elder Scrolls Online. So if you've been wondering and you haven't had time to watch yourself and you're a night owl just like I am, then now would be your time to go ahead and take a look at that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and see where this new land takes us. I also, before I get moving, there's one thing that I definitely want to do a little bit further is want to move this up. Do I have it locked right now? Lock window. Come on. You can do it. Okay, so why does this all of a sudden want to be a pain in the butt right now? I generally had no problems in the past moving this thing. Let's see here. So I'll just do enter. Like I'm going to type something in here and see if that moves it. Oh my goodness. Why? You know what? The chat isn't that important right now. I want to go see Blackwood. So that's what we're going to go do. If the chat starts getting in the way, then we'll go ahead and take a look at it in a different route. Alright, so new Blackwood zone. Looks like between Shadowfen and what's the other one? Murkmire. Never for the life of me remember Murkmire. Alright. Leowen Outskirts seems to be the only way shrine that we can go to. Kaboom! What is this game? Kaboom! This is Elder Scrolls Online. This is the one game that you have always heard me talking about when I was at work and stuff with you guys, and the one that shoo. I just can't get into it. The sword swinging is all wrong. So yeah, that's what this currently is. So this is the newest expansion. All right, so this is Blackwood, huh? It's definitely got a very Shadowfen feel to it. Not as bad as Murkmire. It looks like kind of like a, just from the standpoint of coming in here. Oh yeah, the game is really good. It's really fun. I'd say that this is like a this is definitely a mix between Shadowfen and like Daggerfall almost. I haven't seen any of the areas in Shadowfen really carry any of the architecture like this. So looks like we've got somebody to talk to.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
The Ivory Brigade has need of me. Well, it just so happens that I showed up for you. You're a very, very lucky individual. Let's get this handled.
You look like you've got your wits about you. Care to make a bit of extra gold working for Leowen's Ivory Brigade? I've been asked by my captain to find someone who can handle themselves. We need help with a delicate situation. Deadly secrets.
Do tell.
Assassins. Murder. Now apparently a counselor has gone missing. Between the war, bandits, and cultists, the Ivory Brigade is like the Nord that tries to plug a leaking cask of mead, only to realize he doesn't have enough fingers. Talk to my commander, Captain Rian Leor. You can find him just outside the city gates, trying to appease some of the nobles. Tell him I sent you, and he'll put you right to work, I'm sure.
Now, you know, a lot of the times the stuff, check Crimson Desert, it's coming sometime soon, looks really good. I will check that out there, Kaboom. It's oh, great. There's always one who wants to do this. Yeah, nice. Here, and we're gonna go ahead and ban this jackass. I hate when people come here and do that. The fact that I had to go through and even bother with removing comments and things of that nature is stupid. All right. But yeah, I'll check out Crimson Desert. So, where are we going to be off to? Looks like we got a mission right up here. What is this? Oh no, it's one of those boards for this stuff. Alright. Let's see here. No, I got a notification. New daily reward can be claimed. More crown try restoration potions. Let's do this. Give me that. And inventory. I don't use that. I do use that though. I should probably get that. Let's see here. Give my food buff. Alright. And then what we need to do is go over here. So I complete 180. We're gonna skip that mission and let's go see what this guy needs to talk about to give me my little bit of gold, because that's exactly what it's gonna be, is a little bit of gold. Ah, the stable master. I've already upgraded myself for the day. 56 minutes and I can ride longer without having to worry about things.
You have my word. If the counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. You there. A moment of your time, please.
You must be handing out a lot of money.
Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment?
Tells me to come up to
sure
him
a guard
and
or one
then
of
tells
my
me not now.
brigandines can assist you.
Jackass.
Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking.
I know, Kaboom. He's gonna tell me to come over here. I start talking to him and then try to dismiss me immediately. This guy needs to be freaking bitch slapped.
The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council. All because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection.
Well...
With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct the proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate?
Sure.
Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help.
It would be nice if I could just slice him. You know, back in the original Elder Scrolls games and stuff like that, you could literally kill anybody and everybody. So you could ruin your game and your quest storylines and stuff by being able to kill everybody. I mean, it was crazy that you could kill off an entire quest line because you decided to kill somebody. So in Elder Scrolls Online, they have allowed you to pretty much kill everybody for the most part, minus guards. You can't kill like the gold bar guards, and then you can't kill quest line individuals. So, which is kind of disheartening. At the same time, it would definitely break the game nowadays. So, I could ask him more about the counselor. I don't really care. Tell me more about the situation here in Leowin. We'll find out about the situation through trial and error. And then, so there's obviously something else I need to do. Because this. So stand by for just a moment. You guys are going to see this paused. But I need to take this and unlock it. And I need to move bottom, because that is getting a little tough for me to see some things. Nobody needs to necessarily see my abilities at this point, so that's also something that we're good with. Alright. Now I should be good. Now we should be good. Alright. Although I probably should have to raise it up a little bit because you guys also have that bar to see for subscribers and stuff. Well, I thought I had everything squared away for doing this, but obviously I am sorely mistaken. Come on, you can move. Just need to go up a little bit. Right about there. Alright. Now we got that taken care of. You're good. So, then I can see my mission objectives. We can open up the map and see where we have to go next. So these little circle areas are where we have to go. And so I guess I'm going through the town here. Let's see what Leyawind looks like. Ooh. I like the architecture here. And it definitely isn't very Murkmire-ish. I was worried that this was going to be very Shadowfen and Murkmire-ish, and this is looking more so like a much more greener area of the Gold Coast where like the Dark Brotherhood and stuff takes place, which I'm also part of the group of assassins for the Dark Brotherhood, so apparently I'm getting messages from people. I don't know why, but this needs to be turned off because unacceptable, right? So let me silence this so this is not a problem. Letting them know that I am in the middle of a stream. Alright. So let's see here. I really like this, and this is, to me, is very Dark Brotherhood-ish, which we'll see later on. Oh, there's a way shrine over here. So if you are new or thinking about getting Elder Scrolls Online, there's this little thing at the top of the map, the top of the HUD right there. You can see it looks like a little tower. You wanna travel, like if it's close and it's that big, you wanna go to it as quickly as possible, and that way you can make sure that you touch it. It'll light up like this, and then you can. I don't need to crouch. You can light up like that, and now you can see on the map that it's turned a solid white. That means that whenever you come into these things, you can fast travel from one way shrine to another for free. Otherwise, you're going to be using your gold to fast travel between those points, and it becomes very costly really quick. So, FYI, don't use your gold to fast travel unless you absolutely need to. You know, you're trying to get off real quick and you got something that you gotta go do, and you just finished it up and you're like, oh crap, I gotta hurry up and get there, turn this in, and then log off. Yeah, use your gold then if it's not overly expensive and you have enough gold, but you know. Alright, so back to what I was doing. It's straight out this way. So follow the big road. I really like this area. I was really concerned about Blackwood, but I'm really digging the look of this. I really like these banners too. I want them in my house on here. Also, yes, if you don't know about Elder Scrolls Online, we do have housing on here. You can build your own homes. You got a few limitations and stuff with building your homes, but there's limitations as far as like how many items you can place down. So if you build like a really nice place, and then you start putting items in it, you've got a limitation of 700 items, and I believe that's if you're an Elder Scrolls Plus member. So you start to become very minimalistic on things. I'm hoping at some point they increase the limitations to like 1,000. I think 1,000 would be a really good limitation mark if they have to put a limitation on there. And you know, in one of my later streams, and it might very well even be this stream, depends on how long I play. If I have to go back and start breaking things down, then I can show you the reason why I think the limitations should be lifted. Alright, so we're in this area. Search along the river to find a cave. Alright. Oh, this is the river. Okay, well, I guess the cave is not on the river, because that would just be stupid. So... Ha! Voila! We found the cave. Let's see what's in this cave. What you got in this cave there, cave people? A backpack. Take that. Chief Counselor Leviticus, while our time serving together on the Imperial Elder Council is long past, I still consider you to be both a colleague and a friend. I know I ignored the warning the Wood Elf brought you, refused to believe that old secrets still held any power, any danger. I was wrong. I received a letter from Pharaoh Lupus today, which, if the reports of his death are accurate, he must have sent before he was murdered. And I fear that I am being followed. I thought I caught a glimpse of a dark figure watching me from the rocks during my island walk this morning. I was so rattled by the sight that I dropped Pharaoh's letter. Didn't realize I had lost it until I had almost reached the cave. This must be related to a project Emperor Mordekar gave me some 20 years back. He needed caretakers for some of the storage vaults, and I procured them. Set up the contracts, paid the cost, but that was so long ago. Even as I write this, I can feel the noose drawing tight. If you receive this, tell the others. Convince them to heed the warning and accept your assistance. The secret of long-housed emperors. I think this time it really will be the death of me. Counselor Jurek. Ooh, you got yourself in some shit. So, sounds like Jurek has stepped in a big heaping pile of dookie at this point. So, yeah. Let's see how this is going to work out for him. Alright, so now we need to go search the other location. Down here along the river there. Yeah, man, I can't. They really did a good job with this. Look at these people. Oh, I got their companions and stuff already, which is another thing too, is that the game just got companions, so you can actually have a NPC running around with you, assisting you. I don't know if they actually, you know, kill anything for you or assist in killing things for you. Like essentially like, you know, combat pets per se. So I'm curious to see when that'll happen. You can also dress your companions and put specific types of looking armor on them. So they've done a really, really big expansion and update on this one that I'm really, really looking forward to. I guess I should have just taken the bridge across the water. Alright. Now I got that clockwork thing. Counselor Jurek, I hope this letter finds you in good health and better spirits, my old friend. Though years have passed since I was Emperor Leovic's steward, and you were one of his elder counselors, I fear that the secrets of the Longhouse Emperors continue to haunt us. You and other members of the Elder Council are in grave danger. Actions that you and your colleagues performed over the years for the Longhouse Emperors have inadvertently made you targets for as yet unknown entity or entities. Of course, we both know that you are only following orders, performing your duties. Unfortunately, those who haunt you care little for the reasons. They only want to eliminate everyone who may know even the tiniest fraction of Emperor Leovic's final secret. I wish I could provide you with more information, but for now, this is all I know. If I learn anything further, I will be in touch. For now, please be cautious and sleep with one eye open, Pharaoh Lupus. I don't think your letters really got to each other.
Oh, pardon me. You're not the counselor.
Not the counselor. Maybe I killed the counselor. Because, you know, my character is in the Dark Brotherhood. And if this entire storyline is about Dark Brotherhood along with
Apologies.
Dagon,
I heard you stumbling about and
this is
thought it
going to be
might be
interesting.
Counselor Jirik.
I'm really, really excited for this one.
Oh, no one important,
If you
I
can tell.
assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing. She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
All these needy people. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Fine. My character has nothing else better to do. She's a contractor. Here's this Merkmeyer field that I was a little concerned about, but... Ooh. What happened to you, lady?
I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right. I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others, the counselors. Leofic's secret, it will be the death of us all.
Well...
Counselor Jirik!
Oh,
Damn, we're too late!
buddy. The Black Hand. Yep. Yo, Pookie. What up, Queso? How's it going, man? Dark Brotherhood. For anybody who does not know what this means, this Black Hand thing is Dark Brotherhood. So, it's the Assassin's Guild. So, that's really cool. Talk to Evelise Sharparrow. Why is that up on my screen now? That is super weird. I don't... So how do you get rid of that? What the ever-loving crap? Okay, so they've added something into the game that now puts this up on the screen. And without any indication of how to get rid of it. So hopefully I'll just talk to... Maybe this is her. Okay.
Something very bad is going on here. We need to be cautious.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, the expansion just dropped yesterday for this, the new Blackwood stuff that I'm playing right now. So, yeah, I haven't played it since the first dungeon dropped in March time frame. So I've been waiting for the expansion to come out, and figured I'd jump on here. Take the note, Evelise.
Mark of the Dark Brotherhood, just like with Farrell Lupus. Sorry. I'm working for Counselor Leviticus, the head of the Chamber of Legates. I came to Leowyn to warn him after I stumbled across some secret concerning the Longhouse Emperors.
Well,
it relates to something called the Four Ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but I'm still puzzling that out. I was working for Farrell Lupus before he was murdered. Found a strange tome with Daedric markings at his behest. Yeah, that's what brought me here. I found a list of names. Farrell Lupus and members of the Elder Council. It said they all knew something about this secret. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right.
why does it sound like wood elves, which is what she is? Sound like they're from Australia. I'll have to ask my Australian buddy. I'm just curious. Like, it's like, in what world of Tamriel where you have people who sound essentially like me, and then up in the the south, they're from the south. Yeah, so they're from the south, I guess, depending on where you're from. But like Daggerfall area is, you know, Midwest or something like that. But apparently Australia is southern to us here in Tamriel for the Wood Elves.
Let me have your map. I'll mark where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last seen. Go warn them, convince them to take precautions. Then meet me at Councillor Jirik's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something to shed more light on this secret. I'll get the city guards to come and gather the Councillor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here.
Then I'll head to Councillor Jiric's manor. When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there.
All right. Okay, so this thing on my screen has to go. Like it. What is this? What did you do, Elder Scrolls, to where this is something on my screen at this very moment? And like, there's no indicator of how to get a. Yeah, there's an X on the top of it, but as soon as I open up any other menus or something like that, it. Hold on, there's a button that I can push. That needs to be fixed, like, real quick, because I can't do that with a controller. So it's now turned into partial controller support, and you actually have to break your arrow off of this. That's not, yeah. I mean, I knew that there was an X there. I was trying to remember. No bueno, man. No bueno queso. Alright, so that is, oh man, why is it gotta be that big too? Like, good grief. Alright, so now we've got that removed off my screen. So Queso, what was it that you were saying earlier on, like when you messaged me and stuff, you were wondering what I was doing? I'm assuming you were probably thinking about Halo or something tonight. Was that what you were thinking about? Yeah, I was gonna play this morning to try to essentially open up a couple hours tonight to do anything else, but because of the issues I've had with the audio and stuff in the past between doing the two separate streaming PCs and things of that nature. I ended up spending all morning working on that to finally get the audio to stop crackling and popping and stuff, and then getting the game volume at an acceptable level, which, by the way, between my voice and the game sound right now, because the game sound actually sounds loud to me, but I'm damn near deaf, so how does it sound for you between the game volume and the actual voice volume? Okay, good. Because every time I ask somebody else who gets on here, Christy, it's always like, it sounds that it's I can't hear the game sound and blah 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 blah. So I'm just gonna go with yours. Okay. Well, that should easily be adjustable as far as that is concerned. Maybe I like to hear myself talking. I can't hear myself talking. I think the reason I did it to where I have my voice volume. Okay. Alright, cool. Then I will keep it at what it is.
Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps?
I was mainly concerned between the voice volume and the game volume, because there's in any game and even television where the sound spikes up to like really loud points. If I was trying to talk and, like, say a dolmen fired off in here, you know how those dolmens get really, really super loud, that if I was trying to continue talking at that point, I would have to overturn that. So it'd be nice if, you know, obviously the sound could kind of equalize itself out, but it doesn't. I don't think there's a way of doing that without going into and having additional electronic things attached to everything I need. But
Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way?
that's good. Yeah, I spent
Captain Rianne? I see.
a good
Well,
portion of
if
the day
Ivory
messing with that.
Brigade sent you. My husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns.
But yeah, I spent probably about another 2.5 hours this morning trying to get the microphone from popping and crackling and stuff. Had to turn the sampling rate like stupidly high, and then once I got that squared away to where the microphone was good, I spent probably about another hour and a half trying to adjust the sound volume of the game. And then, of course, even when I woke up tonight, I spent about another hour and 15 minutes trying to get the volumes adjusted. So, oh yeah, those definitely have limitations on them as well. So, if you were having problems, that would have been something I would have checked with right off the bat. So, did you end up going and getting a new power line adapter that does like gig speeds or something like that, or?
My husband, Valen, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farrell Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him.
Yeah, anytime you can move your modem close to where you're actually working at and have it wired up that way, like whatever you use the internet the most for. I think that, we get in this concept, this mindset of it has to be here. That ends up being an issue. But absolutely, no, mine obviously is all downstairs because I've got the entire house wired. But yeah, for your situation, should definitely have been moved like right where you're using your internet the most. Yeah, and that's where a lot of people try to set it up is, like one single desk area that's off in their living room area and stuff and whatnot. And it always turns out to be the worst move. They start looking at it. I don't know what's wrong with my stuff. Well, it's really oh, there's a dog. Oh, you need dog. Come on. Yeah, boy. But it's good that you got it figured out. I didn't even realize you were having issues. I would have tried to go ahead and give you a indicator on what you need to check out first. I mean, I've stumbled across so many of those problems before because I've already dealt with them. Oh, you got freaking backstabbed by the Black Hand too. That is hands down the easiest way. Son of a bitchin' freaking game.
Valen! No!
Valen, no! Yeah, your husband died. He did some shady shit.
Oh, Valen! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rihan sent you to protect my husband!
Better watch your mouth or I'll stab you.
You know, Valen acted strange after the letter from Farrell Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that you got your internet and stuff fixed, that's good. I mean, what is so are you getting your max speeds now, or is there still some limitations?
Sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
So now you can play, really, really good internet speeds on your Assetto Corsa, because I'm sure you really, really need that. Like, you're not first, you're last. It's tough because my internet sucks. Shut up. There's a side mission. What's this guy got? Hey, asshole. Get wrecked, dog. Bog dog. Jump, you hoe.
Nobody comes out of Crypt of Hearts alive. Nobody. How'd you do it?
The very best that nobody ever was, yeah. Well, I don't know, Ricky Bobby might tell you otherwise. Okay, now I'm not reading all of this book. Now you said that you don't come out alive?
You look like a hardy soul,
Yeah.
unconcerned with the prospect of death by trick, trap, or misadventure. How do you feel about helping a defenseless scholar from Gideon unearth a little history from Undertow Cavern? Oh, and can you swim?
I can do A, none of the above.
Have
That's
you
a lie, I
heard
can
of
swim.
Phalavon the Magnificent? He was a famous Nibonese minotaur hunter, but his final resting place was lost to time. After years of searching, I think I finally found the site of Phalavon's mausoleum.
Well,
I hope to recover proof that this is Phalavon's tomb. His armor, helm, and sword would do nicely. But I didn't get far before I found the cavern overrun with goblins and minotaurs, and parts of it are flooded. I'll pay you well to help me. No one in Leowen
say no more.
realizes
Money?
that Undertow Cavern is the
Give me
final
gold.
resting place of a great hero. Let me secure my belongings and I'll meet you inside. Time to grab the bull by the horns and wade right in.
I mean, you're literally going to do nothing except cower in fear. Why do you need to come with me? How about you just give me the information, I go get it, I come back out, hand you that, give me my gold. Granted, I might kill you and take more gold and then just keep the item anyway, but...
I found
No.
accounts of Phalavon's burial in a shining mausoleum on a hill outside Leowen. He was laid to rest with his arms and armor, relics of his many victories. This is the place, but goblins infest the caverns, and minotaurs too.
Goblins and Minotaurs. Two of the ugliest creatures. Next to Rance Tarave's face. AKA Christy. Because I know she'll probably turn this on in the morning to watch this. I'm going to go ahead and get my jabs in while I have the opportunity. Man.
Just the sort of place goblins love. Darksome, dank, and foul.
Ah, so the Blair Witch has been around since the days of Tamriel. Cool. Yo, man, what is up? Get some. Alright. I don't think it matters which direction we go. There's a delve, so it should have a sky shard in here somewhere. And we need that. Yeah, cold-blooded, yeah. Well. Never trying to be anything else but. How dare you stun me? Die in the light of fire. Get skulled up. Skull fucked. Skull fucked. You guys are weak sauce. And you guys killed a Minotaur? The Minotaurs in here must be weak sauce then. Yo, man, what's up? Kaboom! Get off me, man. Do 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 do. Hey, man, come here. Come here, come here. Go. You too. Oh, you got a healer? No. Not that shit. Here. Get up. So much destruction going on right there. Didn't have a chance. Take them apples though, and that torch bug. Man, I forgot exactly how fun this game was. I don't know why I jump away from it so frequently. Oh, I know why. Life. Yo, man. No. Oh, where'd you guys come from? I didn't do anything to you guys. Spammable. Alright. What's in this trunk, man? A lockpick. Oh, with the lockpicks. Monumental glyph of reduced feet cost. Garbage.
Imagine how many times this helm saved the heroic Phalavon's head! Except that last time, obviously.
Man. No Indiana Jones thing or anything going on? I mean, you had a perfect opportunity. You had a statue thing right here lit up by... I should have been like, bag. Swap. You had that and then a giant boulder. I mean, you had a perfect opportunity, Bethesda, to recreate a great moment in movie history. I'm saddened by the fact that you did not do this. Got that ginkgo biloba from old people. Alright, so... Hey guys! Come on, you get over here too. All of you. I want you to get over here too. Hey, run, you fool. Your measly stick has nothing on me. Apply it, Bethesda. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, and on top of that, Bethesda just got bought out by Microsoft, so I'm sure there'd be some sort of legality or something for doing the boulder roll and stuff like that out of the Indiana Jones series, but I mean, I don't know how you would trademark something like that. Die, mud crab. Yeah, I don't imagine that they would have moved. I mean, I think it was just like it wasn't a merger, it was an absorption, as far as I was aware. That way I think Microsoft could get all the rights to all the Bethesda games and stuff. Like for like future exclusive and things of that nature, like the Elder Scrolls 6 that everybody's been talking about for years, which I don't think that's their primary focus. Really? I didn't realize they were that close. EA is also in the area as well. Because I did apply there. They had an opening like right towards the end of last year, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. As much as I despise a lot of their games and stuff, I was just like, they're constantly putting out games, so I mean, you know, why not check it out? Worst case scenario, nothing. So worst case scenario happened, and it was nothing that came out of it, so it is what it is. Alright, dude, you got nothing. Guess we have to backtrack and then come back up to this door up here. Hoping to find a sky shard and get lucky. The goblin. I'm not worried about you either. But Blizzard, man, I don't know of a lot of people who would actually apply at Blizzard anymore. Unless you're just like a major fanboy or something like that, maybe. But a lot of the people who are coming out of Blizzard and stuff nowadays have they don't care for it whatsoever. There's been a lot of talk with EA working with them and stuff like that, to where they're just they leave the company and stuff, especially after Anthem. You had, of course, Mass Effect as well. Yeah, really bad is even an understatement. I heard it just like they were in, what I heard was like essentially crunch mode like all the time. So it was just rush to get things done, and never just. I mean, downtime is definitely, I guess, not something that you should necessarily be worrying about in the gaming industry. But at the same time, you should never put it to the point where your employees are suffering because you want something out at a given time, all the time. And I'm just like, with the amount of issues that EA has had in the past several years with their games, you don't want to push people like that. Exactly. I 100% agree with that statement. That is the best statement that anybody could have ever said.
His armor shone by the light of moons or
And I think
sun.
that's
It's just too bad Minotaurs are enraged by shiny objects.
I think that's a big thing too, is the fact that people don't get that understanding. A lot of the upper leadership, so they're like, this is a job, and it's like, well, no, some people actually like doing their job, and the happier the employees, the more efficient they are in getting work done and stuff like that. A whole it's a labor of love type thing is a legitimate thing. So between EA and BioWare, it's BioWare. Sorry, I was thinking, not Blizzard. Then yeah, you're not gonna get those great games. BioWare was just really ruined by a lot of this stuff. Working with EA because of the Anthem that turned out, man. I really wanted to like Anthem.
I can just picture this sword cleaving savage minotaurs. A pity it's dull beyond use now.
Yeah, and there's
The armor, helm, and sword are all badly damaged. Skeptics might say these could have belonged to anybody. We need to find Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence to settle the question for good. But where is the horn? Why isn't it here?
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, there's really only one company per se that can get away with trying to disassociate themselves with humanity, and that's the military. I mean, that's the whole point of just, you don't have a life, you don't get to have feelings. Your feelings are what we feel this is, and that's it. So trying to go into the public sector and stuff like that, in the civilian sector or whatever, they want to run things like that, but nobody stays in the civilian sector because they want to lose their humanity or their ability to be themselves. If they want that, then they go join the military. They're like, I don't want to have to think for myself. And I say this because I'm prior military, so any of you guys who might just decide to watch this later on and think that I'm going after you or pinpointing you, I was in the military for a good long time, 12 years to be exact, and it. Sometimes it's just easier when somebody can tell you this is what needs to be done and go on with things. When you're out here in this public sector, civilian sector, it's a lot more challenging because a lot of people don't have these deadlines or whatever. They don't. It's like, oh, hey, we want to get this done. Like, okay, well, when do we need this by? What's the manpower we need? Blah, 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 blah. Somebody does all that for you, and then they say, you, go take care of this, and then you're off. There's no thinking. It's just following and doing. That's it. So.
Phalavon's Horn of Magnificence was his greatest treasure. My grandmother told me he made it from the horn of a Minotaur lord. It had a brass cap inscribed with an intricate design. When Phalavon blew it, echoes rang from the hills for 7 days.
Not 7 days.
I mostly. But yes, I have a personal stake in this. Phaelivon is a distant ancestor. I grew up on stories of his battles, his magic horn. Oh, could this be about the horn?
Does it make you horny, baby? Yeah.
Grandmother told me the horn's note drove minotaurs mad with fear and rage. But sometimes the horn
testosterone.
called minotaurs to battle even when no one sounded it. Maybe the minotaurs are here because of the Horn of Magnificence. Oh, I wondered about that too. House Vero mostly died out long ago, but they were certainly real enough. We can trace a relationship to Phaelivon's line on my mother's side. There is truth to my grandmother's tales. I'm certain of it. No. No one outside my family remembers Phaelivon. Almost all of the histories that recorded his deeds have been lost. Even his mausoleum vanished. But now I'm close to the proof that Phaelivon really existed, and was a great hero.
But was he a great hero? Was he? Fuzzy, was he? Whoa there! If you don't want to know this, you don't want to die today, I don't want to kill you today. You know, let's just put our differences. Throw a rock at me again, you're going to regret that decision. Ooh, what you got in his bag? Crappy dagger. Run, Forrest, run! This is flooded. Do you know how to swim? I haven't seen any areas that I've had to swim yet. This chick doesn't know what flooded is. Uh-oh. What's this sound? Give me them sweet rolls, man. So, Queso, how was the new WoW expansion stuff? I know you were playing that for a little bit as soon as it came out. Did you ever finish it, or just get tired of it and realize that it was like all the other ones?
I'm sure I heard the horn in this chamber. But who sounded it? Probably closer to 2 now. Did the new Whiffy, was she telling you that you need to stop gaming so much, and that's why you decided to stop playing? Phaelivon's horn! Just as the stories described it. Did this goblin sound the note we heard?
Yeah, there's only so many times that you can kind of start repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
It looks like we can get out through here, if you don't mind getting a little wet.
Well, I think the WoW Classic and stuff is actually really good for them. Yeah, I think they're gonna be more focused on the WoW Classic because it seems like they lost a lot of dedicated fans because of the direction that they chose to go with the current World of Warcraft.
Finally, proof of Phaelivon's legend. I'll be the talk of Gideon once I bring these trophies home. And yet, I wonder, did the goblins here cause their own troubles by meddling with Phaelivon's horn? Or is it dangerous to just keep around?
Yeah, and for that they need two separate teams. If they're still trying to cater to two different kinds of people, but with one team, you can't do that, because you've got this, you had this original mindset of how things were going to be done, and you took that and you shifted their mindset, and the people who didn't like it, they left, and then so they had this whole new mindset of people that were now focused on exactly how the current WoW should be. And then they're like, oh, you know what, we need to go back to classic WoW. And you've got these people who are probably young and probably never even played WoW, who don't know a single thing about classic, but now they're so focused on that they have to try this mind shift to what was and what is and what they want in the future for either or, and it's disastrous.
I want to get them back to Gideon and prove, once and for all, that my family's story is true. Fame, fortune, festivities await. But if these relics, especially the Horn of Magnificence, are dangerous, perhaps I shouldn't bring them home.
Well, my character's evil. She's with the Dark Brotherhood. I would probably have assassinated you and taken the stuff already if I could. So we're going to go ahead and tell you to just go ahead and do what you want to do.
Faelavon's magnificence deserves to be remembered far and wide. I'll take these historical relics to Gideon and prove the truth of my family's old legends. Thank you for your encouragement.
Oh, you're
We
perfectly
may be
welcome.
bruised, battered, and wet, but these relics tell a magnificent story.
Bruised,
Without your
battered,
help,
and wet.
I'd never have learned
Sounds like
about
the name of
fate
these two's
Faelavon and the Horn.
video.
Thank you.
Shared on
Oh, I shouldn't forget your
somethinghub.com.
pay. Visit me in Gideon sometime.
Bruised, battered, and wet.
I hope to see you again sometime. Although I must confess, now that I finally found evidence supporting the legend of Faelavon, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do next.
Oh, that is perfect. Perfect. Horn Puff.
Don't worry about me. I shall set out at
That was great.
and
That
I
was
shall
good.
neither fear,
I loved it.
fret, nor flinch from any dangers on my road. After all, I share the bloodline of a great hero. A few generations removed, anyway.
Alright, well, you go and have fun with your horn. Alright, where are we gonna go now? Horn Counselor Philaria. I don't know why I just start running in a direction aimlessly. Get on your horse, man. Which room we came in on? Where I gotta go? All the way down the opposite side. Yeah. Come on, get up there. If we can get out this way a little bit quicker. Yep, there's a door right over here. Come on. But yeah, I do think Blizzard should be focusing on Classic right now. As much as it probably pains the people who've gotten used to how the new WoW is their queso, I think that their loyalty is what brought in a lot of the subscription type stuff. And much longer than what the current generation does. Current generation just wants everything handed to them. So I think that they're looking for that source of income again, in my opinion. Dearest Tertia, go ahead and pet it. It's just a harmless mongrel, you said. Little did I know how wrong we both were. The sorry-looking mutt was an omen, my sweet and harbinger of my demise. I can still picture that perfect night in Leowen, your face radiant and resplendent, shining in the sun as we walked among the streets. I desperately wish I wish, desperately wish I could see it one more time. I wish, Forfish. I wish I'd given you the ring in my pocket and proposed to you as I planned. I wish I hadn't instead reached down and tried to pet that damn dog. It bit me, of course, but that superficial wound was just a start. Naturally, I couldn't propose to you with blood gushing from my hand, so I bit my tongue, held my peace, excused myself to the nearest healer. There, a kind Argonian bandaged my wound and provided a medicinal toad for the pain. Sadly, it would prove to be a meager balm for the true injury. As the sun set, I was racked by the wild fever dreams. The last thing I recall was tearing off my clothing and running, howling into the night. I woke up in someone's chicken coop covered in blood and feathers. Please understand, I do this for you. Were I to see you again while under this curse, I might cause you harm. I couldn't live with myself if that had happened. So I won't. I leave you the ring I never gave you. It was meant for you and no one else. Always yours, Aloysius Volvianus. Oh, poor guy. That's, I mean, and you're probably the first person, Queso, that I've ever heard say that you've kind of just dealt with the way the new stuff has been, and that's what you want to deal with. Honestly, that's quite shocking. I mean, I've literally never heard of all the people I've spoken to that had said that they like the newer stuff and that's what they want to continue playing. But I also feel too that if you like the newer stuff, that you'd still be playing it. Of course, I mean, at least with ESO, we've got expansion things that happen all year. So if you're not getting that stuff, then I can understand it. You probably are done with it. Also makes sense.
Stay alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger.
Of course, Counselor.
Give it on good authority that somebody's about to frickin' crush your skull.
Step back and state your business. I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigandine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard.
Nobody worried about your Brigandine. Curb stomp him right here on this very, very dock. Wow, that was your favorite expansion? Wow. That's have you looked up any information as to like what their plans are? I mean, do they have a roadmap as to like what their next step is for that expansion or a release date?
I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all.
And I think I also heard a lot of people say that too, that the third expansion was everybody else's favorite. So the roadmap is, we plan on doing this, but we don't know when we're doing this. Lovely.
Lupus. Emperor Leovik's old steward? And Jirik as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem with a lot of the game companies and stuff like that too, is, a lot of reason why they're always in crunch time is because they don't set up a good roadmap. If you can't set up a good roadmap on, okay, this is what we want done by this time, this is what we want done, and then everybody agrees that can be done during those time frames, then this is where we lead into problems where they just start making these open-ended roadmaps and stuff. It's like, we are planning on doing this. Okay, at this point you're saying that there's a possibility of you doing this, but when you put that date on there, it's like, we want this done. We want this done, and we will have this done by this, said date and time. Which is why I like how Elder Scrolls does how Bethesda does theirs. So they even do it with Fallout 76. So between Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, Bethesda, even under the purview of Microsoft at this point, still does their roadmaps to where it's like, we're gonna have this out by this date and time. We're gonna have this out by this date and time, and they announced it, the previous year. I mean, I purchased this expansion last year. I think it was like around October, November time frame, knowing that every year the expansion for us drops on June, like within the first week or two of June. But we also have, things that lead up, like we have prologue missions and we have a new dungeon that comes out. Then we've got the expansion, then a new dungeon DLC type stuff that comes out. So every quarter we're getting something new content. But yeah, like you're saying, don't give me a roadmap that's open-ended, because realistically at that point, if you're not that 100% into that game at that point, you're going to lose that person, because you're only going to check back so long to see if the roadmap has been updated, and they might just unfollow you on Twitter and be like, you know, it's screwed. I don't even care. I don't have to play this game anymore.
The ambitions? I heard that term once before, years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jirik's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand. Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find.
Cool beans, lady. Cool beans. Well, hopefully they update your roadmap and stuff here soon and give you some idea of what's going to happen. But another thing too is in situations with games like these where they can't give you the expansion content and stuff. This is why I really try to talk you into like playing ESO and stuff, and like getting into the expansion and stuff, because there is a lot of content involved in Elder Scrolls. A lot of content, and just, I mean, PvE content alone. And then of course you also have PvP, and they've got events constantly. I mean, I could and should be able to literally just sit there and constantly play this without ever stopping. The only reason I ever stop is because I go through such long periods of gaming and just gaming in general, that I'm burned out on gaming. So it has nothing to do with me being tired of this game, because I always come back to this game. Because I've always got something going on. So, but it's got a lot of, yeah, and hands down, that's what it is. Just gaming fatigue at that point. It's like, oh, I've gamed solidly for, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 8 hours in a course of a day, like on my days off. And it's like, okay, I can't stand to sit there and pick up another controller or something.
All over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked?
First off, rich people need so many rooms because they're trying to hide from the other person who's trying to take their money. Yeah, so now I try to limit my gameplay and stuff to about 2 hours, maybe 3 tops for that day. That way, and then I don't do it every day like I was doing. So I've really tried to curb that fatigue and stuff, which it's helped. Doing 2 or 3 hours on one night, and then taking a day, even 2 off, watching something, doing homework, stuff I still gotta do, has helped dramatically for when I come back to playing a game and stuff. I can focus on the game and actually enjoy it again.
Sophis is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was. I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed.
What the hell's going on in the background?
I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Counselor Jirik's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment.
Nobody needs you in here, healer. Where the hell are you? Are you upstairs? Oh no, you're right there. Oh, you couldn't find anything in the nightstand? I mean, that's not the first place you look. Sharp arrow, more like dull arrow, if you couldn't figure that one out.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. See what you found and then we can talk.
Examine the counselor's records. Council Jurek, it is time to rally the caretakers and move the ambitions. The new vault location should ensure their safety and keep them hidden until I or the High Priest call for them. The forces loyal to the traitor Varen draw ever closer, and we cannot allow the ambitions to fall into their hands. This is your official order. Act immediately. This line is written in a complex imperial code. Emperor Leovic. Ooh, what were you in? What were you doing?
A hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... So, what did you find? Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions.
Leowen is an imperial city. Maybe someone here can decipher it.
Good idea. We need to report in to Councillor Leviticus anyway. Let him know what we uncovered. If he has a qualified scribe, great. If not, I know someone. They helped me with those other documents. Let's go to Leowen Castle and talk to Leviticus. I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the councillors. I'll see you at the castle.
You aren't going to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering other counselors. Absolutely not. When we want to murder somebody, we murder somebody. Matter of fact, is there anybody in this house? I feel like that's something that needs to be done right now. Another bookshelf. Pip pip cheerio. You can't jump over there. I was going to say. 3 people right there. Oh, this person's got a name. Can't get that one. So much good stuff in here to take. I still seriously want to move this. Why won't it let me move it? There we go. And I grab onto the letters. Alright. I wasn't done with it. Good lord, stop. Lock the window. Options. Nope. Wrong thing. Settings. Social. Text size. Go down to 15. I also want that box shrunken down because I really don't care about this. Ugh. Better yet, I got a good idea. Come on. Oh, it's because I locked it. Durka Durka. Remember the first time I played Elder Scrolls Online. Right there. Alright. That's better. So, queso, you know, you got November coming right around here soon. You're getting stoked. Ooh, nice. You didn't see her in it, did you? Yeah, because I have a feeling that you guys are into some of that superstitious stuff. So has she been the one planning everything, or have you been kind of assisting with, you know, I want my cake to taste like this? I'm glad that you're probably not making any decisions on exactly, how things are going to go for that. I think it'd be a bad thing, because like, we want your idea, notion on a cake at this point. It probably tastes crappy since you're always talking about eating booty like groceries. So, as long as I'm the groom. It's like, I just need to show up, do my thing.
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Councillor Jirik was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit? That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirik and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information?
Yes, here, take these.
It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
No, thank you for your permission. Go ahead and wait till you walk away, because... No, that's a gold guard. Never mind.
Captain Rian and the Ivory Brigade will deal with the Dark Brotherhood.
I'll take that.
We are perfectly safe in here.
Oh, you're another guard. You're not very good at doing your job. I literally just stole right in front of your face. You did not see me. Take that. Run away, run away.
You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about.
Nope, I am not.
And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good.
Yeah, Everly Dull Arrow, yeah.
I assume you have something to report. I'm listening. Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Faro Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this?
Yeah,
yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining counselors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia.
You know what's weird, Queso, is that like every time I fire up a stream, I always see D'Artagnan sitting in the chat. It says like users, and it'll say in chat. And so I see you, and then I see like my little bots and stuff that I have, like, scanning the chat and everything. And then I always see D'Artagnan sitting in there. Yeah, he never says anything. Of course, I'm also not sure he's even in here. It's like he's logged in somewhere, and it just constantly shows him in my chat.
Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Councillor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know where he would have left it open. It's really weird. Maybe on his phone or something.
Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Councillor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort.
It says every person before they get somebody else killed. They'll be safer here, they say. You'll not die here, they say. But if you run upstairs in a horror movie, you do die. Unless you're Sidney Prescott. Somehow you survive, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know how you do it. Which, by the way, have you heard that they're making a new Scream Queso?
Fort Blue Blood? That's to the east across the river.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, they're bringing back all the like the main cast who are still alive. Obviously, Gale Weathers, Officer Dewey, Sidney Prescott, and there was another one. I think it was in the last movie, or maybe in Scream 3. Officer Hicks was in there. I think I kind of want to think it was like a brief moment, but yeah. So they'll have at least 4 of the cast returning from the previous ones that are coming to the newest one. I'm stoked, to be honest. Like, I'm super stoked. I loved the Scream movies. I don't think that they're trying to like bring it back as much as like what they've done with the Halloween movies. Because with Halloween they were able to kind of get away with it, and I guess with Scream, if they can continue, I don't know, because at some point, what's the lady's name who plays in Halloween? Gosh, she played in that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Can't remember her name right now. The hell keeps seeing me? This lady over here. Man, I can't remember the frickin' the main chick's name. Anyway, she's old at this point. Like they're gonna get to the point to where they're not gonna be able to make them anymore. I really think, because I think they're in the process of making another one. But I think it's gonna kind of be like their last movie, at least with her in it. But I mean, realistically, that's what has been making the entire Halloween series. The Halloween series was because of Mike Myers and the sister. So I don't see what else that they can do beyond that once she's done for, per se. You know, they can continue to change Michael Myers because, you know, he always has a mask on, but and they could change all the killers for Scream, but everything revolved. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, that's her name. Yeah, it was driving me nuts. Yeah, 'cause she played in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger is what I was thinking, and I just couldn't remember her name. Dark Brotherhood, bitches. And that's what we do. You guys are all trying to track the Dark Brotherhood. I am the Dark Brotherhood, bitches. I can search this crap without worrying about you fucking seeing me. But yeah, they can get away with adding additional killers and stuff in Scream that are obviously separate from whatever else. But if they're gonna continue to revolve the movies strictly around Sidney Prescott, which like what they've done with Halloween and stuff like that with Jamie Lee Curtis, they're hurting themselves. Honestly, the best type of movie is where it's kind of an open-ended scenario, like Final Destination series. I mean, oh my god, they had such a great opportunity to just continue that, because it was a new story every time, and it did revolve around the one guy a little bit for I think like one and two, and I think they went even as far as 3. With him and the gal and everything like that. But then I think they quickly realized that, you know, that's not something that they have to do, because this can be done by anybody. You say, who's seeing me? Nobody's seeing me. You didn't need to live. Puppy monkey baby. Which I also really like the Final Destination series. So awesome. Take that. Take that. And later, dude. You are out of inventory space. No, stand by. We're gonna fix that real quick. Don't need that. Don't need the trash. Get rid of all the white stuff. And I think I'm already maxed out on her runes, so I don't need to worry about that either. Get rid of this poison damage crap. Yeah, it's getting kind of late for you, 2 a.m., so you still gotta get to work. But yeah, man, thanks for swinging by and chilling, chatting. You know, if you want to set up a date and time for continuing on Halo, let me know. Shoot me a text or something. Let me know, and we'll go ahead and spin that up. All right, man. You have a good night. Yep. Peace. Already in my library. All these treasure maps that nobody ever uses. Get rid of these. I hate how you can't sell some of the things in this game. Ugh. Alright. Supplies. Go ahead and read everything with her. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, smuggler.
Something.
Yeah, 35 fence fee, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and give you all this high stuff. And whatever. Haven't played as this chick in a while. I need to get some of these things done. What done? Alright. Go to Fort Blue Blood, which I thought we were in. What are we? Fort Blue Blood. An Imperial City. Always kind of wondered, like, we've had Imperials in the game, and the only thing Imperial related is PvP based, so it's good to actually see some of the Imperial stuff added to the game finally. Although it never, like, 100% kind of, like, caught me to the point where I was just like, oh, we must have, you know, Imperial stuff in here. What is going on over here? Tertia. Alto. Go it up, Maine.
Just pet the dog. It's harmless. Oh, Tertia, you idiot. No wonder he hasn't... Is there something you want? I'd like to be left alone right now. Body? Ring?
You've been
Riemann on
messed
high.
up over the
What's
years.
this about? Aloysius wrote this? And he's dead? This makes no sense. Howling chicken coops? It was just a mangy mutt. I don't even think it was rabid, let alone... Oh no, Aloysius. You poor fool. He wasn't cursed. He was hallucinating. The toad that Argonian used to ease his pain must have been too strong for him. Aloysius convinced himself he was a werewolf, and he... This is the second worst proposal I've ever had.
The second worst? What?
I was once kidnapped by a crazed Sulzon warlord and offered the heads of my neighbors as a dowry. I'd rather not talk about it. I've had more than a dozen failed engagements in my life. If anyone here is cursed, it's me. But it's not all bad news.
Wow. Okay. Note to self, for anybody in Tamriel, don't try to marry this chick.
Aloysius didn't run off and leave me like half the others. He even gave his life to protect me. I've never had anyone love me that much. Is it wrong that makes me happy? Take this for delivering my betrothed's last wishes. It was kind of you.
Well, thank you for the empty gold belt. And the 338 gold.
I wonder if the Temple of Mara would marry us posthumously. It was his dying wish, after all. Maybe I should employ a priest of Arche for the ceremony, so he can pass on without regrets? Well, why not? I've had absolutely no luck with the living, and it's what he wanted. I'd rather die a widow than an old maid.
You are sad. You are just sad.
It's not like this is how I dreamed of getting married, but after being jilted so many times, I may as well marry a man who can't change his mind. You may not get it, but for your sake, I hope you never have to.
It's like sensitive. I didn't even touch it. I guess I did. Calling all antiquarians. Oh. You got more antiquarian stuff to do? Wait, haven't I done any antiquarian stuff with this chick? Wow, okay. Guess I chose the wrong chick to play. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, I gotta go. Here. She's across the other way. I'm not worried about her right now. Work for hire and Leo in. Yeah. We want to do the storyline. Storyline side quest later. Alright, where we gotta go? Way out in BFE. Why'd you have me come out of the front of the castle instead of going out of the back of the castle to get there? Oh, just another day in Elder Scrolls Online.
What do you want?
What do you want? Whoa, man. Alright, I guess they're gonna be going swimming there, fellas. Right here seems to be a good spot. Good as any. Really weird. I don't know why it's still showing that this stream has been going on for an hour and 2 minutes. It's been going on longer than that. No bear, no. haven't seen any sky shards yet. I mean, generally you see them kind of like out and about, and they typically try to have them on like a road to the areas that you're going to. But yeah, imagine this sky shard update. This is probably going to take a while for the mod, which would be nice. But is that actually marking those on the map? Indeed. So at least that add-on's working. Yo, what up, people?
Look, Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Councillor Abor now.
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the Councillor her meal.
Councillor Abor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rianne must resort to hiring sellswords? Look,
yes.
As I told the Wood Elf, Councillor Abor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed. All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled.
Yes, you are.
Very well. I give you permission to enter the watchtower. Councillor Abor's safety is now in your hands.
Well, thank you.
Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the councillor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off. The councillor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the watchtower and assigned a couple of brigadines to guard her.
Cool. Cool. Let's see what's going on up y'all.
Oh no!
Oh.
Councillor Abor's been murdered! But where's the servant?
The servant did it. It's always the butler.
Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions.
Well, slow your roll there, Evely. Ooh, it's the Black Hand again.
The Dark Brotherhood's calling card.
Investigate the murder scene. Alright. Locked her in a tower. She was real safe. You got her killed. Well, it doesn't look like we can go up any further, so everything's got to be downhill. An uneaten meal. It's still hot. I can see the steam coming
Abor's
off.
meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it? We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Abor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now. See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant, something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages? Maybe, but everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war, if that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it, we're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Abor.
We're losing arrows in the dark here. Oh, let's see what they got in here. Garbage. I want that board game for the house. Got in here. Yep. Take that. Go ahead and learn that right quick, y'all. And I apparently already knew that one, so I'll give that away to somebody. Got this desk. Got 40 gold right there. Well, Say about 20 gold because we're about to just pass this off.
What may I...
Yep. 25. Later. All right.
So, will Counselor Eivor be returning with you to Leowyn? Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order?
No.
Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower. Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Talais? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower? My brigadines never left their post. Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Talais. Since you're already involved and working for Captain Rian, I want you to quietly try to find Talais. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
Everybody's so needy. Sure, why can't you go talk to them? But you know, whatever, I'll go ahead and take care of it for you, mister. Mister.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No, that's Talais's job.
And do you see Talais anywhere? No. Then start sweeping.
Another new face in the fort? First Counselor Eivor, now you and that cute wood elf. Look, I'd love to chat, but Talais has wandered off and left me to handle her chores.
That cute
She
wood
took
elf.
the Counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Eivor's a little old, but maybe Talais decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Eivor reeks of fear. Maybe Talais finds that attractive. Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
Sounds like she's part of this.
The servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need? That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Talais mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her.
What you doing, huh?
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to snuggle with. This one does that all the time.
Get some.
Pardons, but as much as this one loves idle chatter, there is much work to be done. Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Eivor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk.
Why do I need to talk to you right now?
So, what did we learn? Counselor Eivor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower. Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there.
There's something hot down there. Let's see here.
What is it?
Is that?
No.
Damn it! They murdered Talais too!
No, she's not part of it then. Damn,
Why
you
would
got
the Dark
owned
Brotherhood
too.
murder- Oh no! We need to talk about this.
We don't need to talk about this. Really, we don't. And for any of you watching this later on, if you do, checking bookshelves, you want to do that in order to randomly upgrade some of your levels for, like, say, crafting or anything in general. Your skills. It'll sometimes, like reading a book on blacksmithing, will sometimes rank up your blacksmithing, sword stuff. I mean, just open up the book, then immediately close it. Sometimes you have a possibility of it actually increasing the rank of something. So, good idea to do that for every bookshelf you see. You're like right up my butt, aren't you?
I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Talais down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her.
I like the outfit she's got on. I want that for my wood elf.
Right. Very funny. Wait, you're serious? If you're part of this, if you've been trying to save your murdering friends... Ah! All right, we're going back to Leowin. You can walk on your own, or I can drag your dead body behind me.
Believe me, you wouldn't kill me.
Yeah, I've read that somewhere. But what about the calling cards? The Black Hand is definitely making a statement. Trying too hard to convince us that the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders. All right, I can see your point. That doesn't change the fact that the remaining counselors are still in danger. We need to warn Counselors Valeria and Vandacia. Right. Report to Commander Orton on your way out. Tell him what happened. Then go check on Counselors Valeria and Vandacia. I need to return to Leowin and consult with Leviticus. But this, between you and I, it isn't over. Remember that.
Ain't nobody worried about you.
After you report to the commander, make contact with Counselors Valeria and Vandacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Vandacia works in the Gideon Courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me.
Called deja vu.
Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the counselors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake.
Or have you been awake for all of them and you thought you were sleeping?
Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking. It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone, it was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
Aye aye, Capitaine. Mother Bridget Peak Scaler. Hey yo.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant?
Oh.
Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No.
So nobody knew what
Of course
Tilius
you're
looked
sure.
like.
No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. Gods, what a day this has been.
You don't even know. You guys are horrible at doing your jobs. Alright, so there's gotta be some sort of way shrine or something on the way down to this. Got to be. So we're gonna go ahead and head out here and around this. Though I have noticed in some of the newer expansions and stuff, the way shrines seem to be fewer and far between. Ah, called it. And there's a way shrine. Alrighty. Well, I think on that note, I'm not sure if anybody's actually watching. I'm going to go ahead and call it because it's been about 2 hours since I've started streaming. I will be back on later this morning. Well, it's morning, my time. Here in Central Standard Time. So, if you are wanting to watch more of the story, then please join me for the later stream that I'll have regarding this, which will start at around 10:30 Central Standard Time today, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, other than that, thank you for any of those who have been with me during this current stream, and those of you who might follow me and watch the later stream today. You guys have a great day. Joker out.